In Tashkent, on the sidelines of the connectivity conference in Uzbekistan, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has called on the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. S. Jaishankar discussed the situation in the war-torn nation and reiterated India's support for peace, stability and development of Afghanistan. After calling on the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in Tashkent, Jaishankar also discussed the situation in Afghanistan with Zalmay Khalilzad, who is the US Special Representative for Afghanistan's reconciliation. And US Homeland Security Advisor Elizabeth Sherwood Randall Khalilzad is leading the US efforts to facilitate dialogue and negotiations between the Taliban and the Kabul government and try to somehow bring about some peace in Afghanistan. This is what Zalmay Khalilzad has been mandated by the United States. Now, Jaishankar is on a two-day visit to Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, to attend the Central South Asia Conference 2021. Uzbekistan is hosting the Central South Asia Conference in Tashkent, titled the International Conference on Central and South Asia Regional Connectivity, Challenges and Opportunities. Earlier, Jaishankar had met his Afghan counterpart, Mohammad Hanif Atmar, in the Tajikistan capital, Dushanbe. The developments in Afghanistan remain the key focus amidst concerns over the Taliban having rapidly seized control of several areas in Afghanistan. Now, interestingly, New Delhi is also trying to do its bit to try and ensure that there is peace in the neighborhood, as Afghanistan is looking for India's support in the peace talks. All right, now to get us more on this, we're joined in by WION who is joining us live on this broadcast. Good morning to you, Siddhant. This is an interesting meeting that S. Jaishankar has had with Ashraf Ghani. What more do we know about this?
Well, Afghanistan remains a top focus for India, and we know that this past week saw a number of high-level meetings. The Indian External Affairs Minister met the Afghan Foreign Minister in Dushanbe on Tuesday, and then just yesterday he had meeting with the President Ashraf Ghani and also the US Special Envoy to Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad. And clearly the focus is that how to make sure that situation is brought under control, and India, if it could play a key role. As of now, we know that India is a major development partner, has been helping in capacity building, but also now with the new emerging threat of Taliban increasingly making territorial gains, the big question is what role New Delhi can play. We know that conversations which have happened. In fact, the Afghan leadout of the foreign ministers meeting lauded India's role when it comes to the Afghan peace process, India building the consensus in the region. That was something lauded. And this stands in contrast with the foreign ministers meeting of the Afghan foreign minister and Pakistani foreign minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, in which the readout clearly mentioned that Islamabad should stop supporting the Taliban group on its territory financially or otherwise as well. Interestingly, yesterday late night, we know that the first vice President of Afghanistan, Amrullah Saleh, in a strongly worded tweet said that it was Pakistanis who were trying to give air cover to Taliban in the border areas, especially when it comes to border areas in Kandahar and Pakistan.
Absolutely, indeed. Now, it's interesting that, India is carrying out this diplomacy. India is also trying to ensure in many ways that the situation in Afghanistan still remains under control. But Siddhant, at this point of time, what is the type of role that India would like to play in Afghanistan?
Well, as of now, India would like to play a role which has been playing for the last 20 years, since 2001, when the Americans came into Afghanistan as a role of a development partner, providing infrastructure development in the country. We know the projects India has been engaged in. Capacity building is another focus that India is keen on. And connectivity is the third main focus of New Delhi. The Chabahar project in Iran has been providing India the route to Afghanistan in sending humanitarian aid. Interestingly, today is the main day of engagement in Uzbekistan in terms of the major connectivity summit, for which the regional leaders have conversed there. The Afghan president is also there, the Pakistani Prime Minister is there, there are other leaders as well. And during this summit, the Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is strongly going to pitch Chabahar port project as a way for the connectivity of Central Asia with India. We know that Uzbekistan is a doubly landlocked country, and for a doubly landlocked country, they are keen to have more such proposals of connectivity. In fact, there is a joint working group between Uzbekistan, Iran, and India that was formed after the India-Uzbekistan virtual summit last year. So connectivity will be the key focus today, but connectivity that also connects Afghanistan with the rest of the world, with India, and of course provides their goods a market, especially here in India.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant Civil, for joining us and getting us those updates. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.